Do kids need their own phone in order to stay connected with friends? I'm Kelly Newcomb with Brave Parenting, and this is the Brave Briefing, a technology and cultural update for Christian parents. Well, for the last decade of smartphones, kids across every demographic have pleaded with their parents to have their own smartphone so they can communicate with friends. You've likely heard the script. I won't have any friends if they can't reach me. Or, I'm left out of all my friends' plans because I don't have a phone. Well, these pleads pull on our heartstrings. So we rationalize. Well, we don't want our kids to be left out, and loneliness and isolation is such a problem, so the only solution must be to give them a smartphone. Well, it may surprise you to learn that while kids say they need the phone to communicate with their friends, research done by Gallup and the Institute for Family Studies found that teens primarily use their smartphones for entertainment, not communication. What kind of entertainment, you ask? Well, the most common apps used are YouTube and TikTok, platforms known to be far more about entertainment than about communicating and keeping up with their friends. But even if it's not those social apps, it's the games or the music that's keeping them bound to their phone. So what are parents to do when they feel like their kid could benefit from communication, but they don't want them to fall into the screen spiral of endless entertainment? Well, today, I want to offer you a simple but powerful idea that can transform how your kids connect with friends. That is, the home smartphone. Now, first, let me ask you, do you remember the landline? That corded phone hanging on the kitchen wall that every family member used? The landline kept communication functional and shared. You stood in one spot, or you stretched that coiled cord as long and as straight as it could go in an attempt to reach the hall closet. But you had your conversations in real time, and then you moved on with your day. That's the inspiration for the home smartphone. The home smartphone is a shared device designated to one central location in the house. It stays plugged in. It does not travel, and it has no entertainment apps. So here's how it works. First, you need to choose the right phone. We recommend a kid-safe phone like Pinwheel, but you could also repurpose an old iPhone, especially one that doesn't hold a charge. But just be sure that all internet-based apps, games, and browsers are removed. Tools like texting, FaceTime, and the weather is about all you need. Next, program the essential contacts into the phone. You can add family, grandparents, and a few of each of your children's close friends, especially if their families are also adopting this model. It's always better to do it in community. If you use a kid-safe phone like Pinwheel, the whitelist of phone contacts is automatic. Now, if you're using a repurposed phone, be sure to set up communication limits to prevent kids from adding any contacts without your knowledge. The third step is to designate the home smartphone's location. Remember, this phone lives in one place and only this one place. It only goes as far as the charging cord reaches. Now, if you want to go really retro, you can find corded handsets that connect to smartphones on Amazon. And finally, step 4 is to create a code of conduct for the phone's use, right? Texts are public. Conversations are out loud. If your child uses the phone to text, they're going to do so with respect and honor. They're not going to delete any texts or interfere with their siblings' text messages. Another reason why we love the Pinwheel phone is that texts can't be deleted. Now, this has nothing to do about not having trust in our children. It's about intentional parenting that protects childhood from the known addictive nature of online media. For too long, parents have handed over internet-connected devices under this guise of communication, only to then be used as a babysitter, a boredom buster, an entertainment outlet. Let me say this plainly. Handing your child an internet-connected tablet or phone because you know it will keep them quiet all summer is not wise or loving. It's neglect. Yes, kids say they want to be on it all day, but that's not what they need. What they need is deep and meaningful relationships with you and their friends. The home smartphone allows for communication and connection without the chaos of addictive apps. So parents, be brave and stand firm. Set up the home smartphone and choose actual communication for your kids. Because if we don't shape our children's relationship with the smartphone, the world will. Okay, friends, that is your Brave Briefing for today. If you have any questions, reach out, share this with a friend, and of course, until next time, go and be brave.